President Trump says a missile defense system to protect the United States will be, in his words, fully operational by the end of this term. It's similar to the Iron Dome in Israel. You may have heard about it, but the Trump administration calls its version Golden Dome.
The Golden Dome will be capable of intercepting missiles even if they are launched from other sides of the world and even if they are launched from space.
Eleanor Watson joins us now from the Pentagon. Eleanor, tell us what is the risk assessment and what this system, so-called Golden Dome, would be deployed to stop.
Hi, Major. Well, first, President Trump talked about the price tag, as you mentioned. I want to note that he said it's going to take $175 billion in about 3 years to make. That comes with some caveats. The down payment for this system is $25 billion included in that reconciliation bill that has not yet passed. The rest of the funding has not been secured by Congress, though President Trump seems optimistic that Congress will support this. And then on the timeline, the Defense Department still has to choose many of the contracts to build out this program. And this program is pretty expansive. The Golden Dome is meant to have a layered, integrated missile defense from the sea all the way to the space. The system would expand on what the U.S. military already has and then build on it to counter some of the emerging technologies, missile technologies that Russia and China and other countries are increasingly building or looking to build, like hypersonics, like submarine-launched ballistic missiles, like intercontinental ballistic missiles. That is a hefty undertaking, but many experts who have been tracking this for a long time say that that is overdue. Now, what is notable about the Golden Dome is the space aspect, that there will be space sensors deployed, sensors to track incoming missile threats, to track missiles as soon as they're launched, but also space-based interceptors, which means that for the first time ever, the U.S. military could deploy weapons, although defensive, to space to counter some of these missile threats.
And Eleanor, the comparison to Iron Dome in Israel is useful metaphorically, but there are some very big differences. One, it seems to me, Israel's Iron Dome is to defend against things from very close proximity that are less sophisticated. A Golden Dome, if that's the name that actually holds, would have to cover a much wider space and a much greater array of much more sophisticated weaponry. Do I have that basically right?
You have that basically right. The Iron Dome is a great name. President Trump seems to like it, but it does defend against shorter range projectiles. Israel has two other systems, David's Sling and Arrow, that defend against missiles. The Golden Dome that the U.S. is contemplating to build, is planning to build, will cover that entire range of threats. And you mentioned the geographic territory. We did learn from President Trump today that Canada wants to be involved in the Golden Dome. So not only is the U.S. way larger than Israel, but also U.S. and Canada combined is significantly larger.
Significantly larger indeed. Eleanor Watson, thank you so very much.
Thanks.